Hi guys, this is Mrs. Dunham, and I'm just gonna go through some things that you're gonna need to know in order to take either Biology 1 or Anatomy and Physiology 1. Um, so here we have some course information. I have a direct link to my syllabus. If you click on Mrs. Amanda Dunham, you're gonna find some things out about me, in case you're wondering. State standards will take you to the topics that we are going to cover this semester, and if you're taking biology, then you will be tested over those standards. And then for biology, I also have some practice EOC tests. On this homepage that you're directed to, under modules, you'll have different modules. Each week there'll be a link to a new one, unless we're still on the same module. And then there's also going to be an additional place where it says announcements, and that's where you will have clicked on to see this video. So I'm going to go over the syllabus first. And this is pretty much the same as it is in anatomy and physiology, except, and I'm going to leave most of it for you to read. Course description, here's some topics covered. These are the same for both anatomy and physiology and biology. It says submit work on time. Assignments will be posted every Saturday morning and due the following Friday by midnight. Submit assignments as a doc, PDF, or PowerPoint file. And I have a really nice converter for you to use. Submit assignments in a question-answer format. That means that I want the question and the answer both present on the document. I just do this, one, because I've had many students in the past do poorly on assignments because they just did the 1A, or they put just the answers on the document, and that messed up with their pacing. And it's also it's much easier for me to grade and get that feedback to you. It is very important to always read the directions before starting an assignment, so make sure you read the directions beforehand. I've had many students submit things that could have been avoided spending hours on and not getting a grade just by reading the directions first. Here's some advice on keeping a notebook or folder for the class. My contact information, Dunham at TennesseeOnlinePublicSchool.org. My email is the only place where I want you to send me messages. I don't want you to send me messages on Canvas. Or emails, just simply because Canvas doesn't always notify me that you've sent me a message. So some students have not gotten a response from me simply because I didn't know that they sent me a message, and I want everybody to be using their Gmails in addition to that. When participating in group discussions, refer to the provided rubric. So make sure you're using rubrics on your group discussions to post your answers. And here's some stuff about working in a peaceful environment while you're doing your assignments. Final grades. The first part of the semester will be 37.5% of your grade. the second part of the semester will be 37.5% of your grade, and 25% of your grade will come from the ESC, and that's for biology only. Anatomy and physiology has their own percentages listed. Class attendance, pretty much you guys should already know by now that the attendance is calculated by the amount of assignments that you complete. I don't give, if I know that you didn't spend any time on an assignment, I won't count it for attendance. I'll notify you as to why. Also, if you have an excuse as to why you're absent, please direct those to Ms. Whedon, not me. And if there's an error in how attendance is reported, please contact me. Tutoring. Here's a little thing about tutoring. My office hours are from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Little excerpt on cheating. And I'm going to leave it to you guys to really dig into that and know what's going on. So we go back to home. We'll go to Introduction to Biology. And actually, anatomy and physiology and biology have the same first assignment, and I want to just go over that real quick. Here we have a group discussion, and what I mean by following your rubrics is if you go up here to the little tab, it'll say Show Rubric, and here's your rubric for the discussion. And a lot of times I do have rubrics for assignments, and students miss out on getting credit for, or full credit, because they just didn't read the rubric. Your contributions to discussion cover, there are 4 criteria here, and you can make sure that you get all 20 of these points by just simply following these directions. One more thing, I just want to go back through this way. Everybody has a Gmail account. I'm sure that it's already been stressed to you to, in one or more of your classes, excuse me. But I just want to also emphasize to be using your Gmail accounts. You can type in gmail.com and then your email address and then your password, and here you are. One thing that I want everybody to do is to add me on Google Chat. You can do that by searching me. Let's see here. And there I am. I don't want to send a message to me though. And then send an invite to chat, and that will send me an invitation to chat, and that's part of one of your first assignments. I also want to show you guys your Google Drive. If you go over to Google Drive, you push create. Here you have where you can make a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, and you always have access to this no matter what computer you're on, so you really don't have an excuse as to not being able to upload things as a document, presentation, or Excel. And I don't think I've ever asked for an assignment in Excel. Or no, I have done that. And if you look at my course, you need to go through the assignments in order. Again, here's a little bit about myself. Here's the syllabus. I want you guys to do some introductions. This is one of your first assignments, beginning of your housekeeping, where you'll have to add me to Google Chat and things like that. Moving on down here, if you look, I have some things worth 20 points, some things worth 100 points. If you want to know exactly what's going to be weighted more so in attendance, you can look at these percentages. Also, I have provided for you estimated times. So this should take you 30 minutes. And I would think I was pretty generous on that. Also, for every day of the week that you should be in school, I upload about an hour and a half worth of work for everyone. Maybe if maybe a couple more hours if we were to calculate in homework sometimes. So on average, I normally try to do, let's say, 7.5 to 9 hours of work a week. I try to lean more towards less than more. And then again, you have to take into account it does take longer for some people to do this than others. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Sometimes I come off as very, I want to say professional, or one student used to, or strict or business-like, but really I'm easy to talk to. I'm very understanding, and I want to help you guys. I don't want you to spend any more time on an assignment than you absolutely have to, and I want you to learn and enjoy biology and anatomy and physiology this year. So please let me know if you all have any questions, and I hope we are off to a great start.